you state out loud, please, I am open to receive.
I am open to receive.
Wonderful. And you can open your eyes now. In the vision that I see, I feel what you feel, I sense what you sense, and I even get the emotions that you get. That helps me better to read what they're telling me. You've been very inquisitive your whole life. Would that be a yes, a no, or a maybe?
Yes.
And it's allowed you to grow beyond what you thought you would grow. Does that make sense? Yes, no, or maybe?
Yes.
You've had challenges, and in those challenges, you spend a lot of time folding over, bending over, going, ugh, I can't take this. Ugh, this sucks. Ugh, when am I going to stand up again and walk forward again? Does that make sense? Yes, no, or maybe?
Yes.
Thank you. So in the vision I see, first and foremost, is your life path. So you in the center of your life path. I see forward as future, I see backward as past, okay? I see right and left sides, masculine and feminine. You're familiar with that, right? Your right side is masculine, your left side is feminine. Okay. So in this place, you are placed in the center of your life path. I do see you turning back and turning on your feminine side, turning back on your feminine side. So the way I'm going to interpret that is there are some things that happened in your past where you've denied creative side. Were there times in your life where you denied that aspect of yourself? Yes, no, or maybe? Yes. Your creative side. Thank you. And I feel it was way in the past, though there's a piece of you that still turns that way. So when I see you, you're turned that way, that even at this point in your life, you're still saying to yourself, I don't deserve the creative side of my life. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
But yet at the same time, you bow to it. At the same time, you honor it, though. You honor the fact that you're stuck, and I would consider this stuck. You honor the fact that you're in that mode of, it's like you're bowing to feminine side, bowing to feminine, and feminine saying to you, hello, accept me, and then we could turn this way. I like to get people facing forward, okay? So that's where we're going with you. Got it?
Okay.
Again, I'm going to say, you honor that piece of you that's stuck in that, though. So is there something going on here? Again, a lot of pressure here from my stomach coming up through my torso. Do you have heartburn? Do you have indigestion? Do you have tightening of the chest?
Tightening of the chest.
Thank you. Why do you feel you have to just keep waiting? You don't have to answer that. So I'm kind of saying it to you, but also saying it to spirit. But it's in you. There's something in you that's saying, I have to wait. I have to wait. Feeling that I have to wait. Remember, I'm you. I'm feeling I have to wait. Why am I waiting? They're going to take me to past lives, I know it. Why am I still waiting? Okay, past lives. Familiar? Understand them, right? Let's go right into it. Okay, they're taking me right there. So you can, if you want to, close your eyes and visualize the scene. Okay? So here you are in a desert atmosphere. You're on the ground and you are chained to the ground. You are chained to the ground. If you look up, there are a crowd of people that said to you, we'll be back for you. Don't worry, we'll be back for you. They never came back. And you waited and you waited and you waited. And you trusted too. Every part of me is saying, why don't you just unchain me and let me go with you? But it was some sort of penance that you put upon yourself. You put the penance upon yourself. They chained you up, but you agreed to be chained, and then no one came back. Chained to do your penance. You assumed that was your penance, and they all agreed. They're all like, yeah, we gotta work for this. We're going to chain you up, and we're going to leave you alone, days in the desert, and then we're going to come back and get you. But they never came back. What happened to them was some cataclysmic experience. They didn't forget about you. Something happened to them that they were washed off the face of the earth. I'll get you tissues. I see this all in my head, right? I'm seeing them. They walked away, all kind of like fun. They walked away going, this is going to be a great experience for him. Don't worry, he's going to be great. No issues. And then something happened to them where they got washed off, like it was a flood or a tsunami of something. And your friends who tied you up and chained you to the ground left you, left the physical world. And you were stuck chained up until you died. That's a horrible past life. I've seen some horrible past lives, and I've lived a lot of those horrible past lives. Can you understand now? Is there a big struggle in your life? Like big? Like, why the fuck can I get through this? Why the fuck am I waiting for this? I don't say fuck often, not in a reading. But it's coming out.
That's my language.
Is it? And they'll do that too. They'll do that too. Good, thanks for confirming that. Because I'm like, here's what you're going to do with this. Because I'm feeling it and I'm going, fuck, it's hot. Fuck, I'm tired. Fuck, my chains hurt. Fuck, I'm starving. I'm fucking starving. Because you had no food either. It wasn't supposed to be for the rest of your life. It was supposed to be, I'm seeing a week chained to the ground in the desert. Fuck. That was bad, huh? So here's what you do. We heal it as we speak about it. However, if you leave here and you're like still not feeling great, you listen to the recording and you just go over it in your head one more time. Okay? Here's the other thing that you do. When something comes up that brings you into this past life, how do I deal with something in this life that has to do with a past life? You just say to yourself, I understand that in that past life, I waited and waited. I no longer have to wait. I am no longer chained to this situation, and I also no longer have to wait for someone to unchain me. I no longer have to wait. So you're just going to use those words until that shift happens, until muscle memory, brain memory changes for you. I no longer have to keep waiting. And I'm actually still seeing you like sitting in this, just the way you're sitting, like it was some sort of religious act. Penance. Remember I said penance. And I feel you must have a struggle with religion too. Now you know why. I think we could solve a lot with this one lifetime, because that one lifetime you thought that that was your penance, and look what happened. So now I'd be saying, fuck you, God, too. Fuck you to all this. Look what happened in that past life. Why should I believe you're going to help me in any other life? You struggled so hard to pull on those chains. Now I'm seeing where that lift is, because you were doing one of these things, like trying to get out, trying to get out. Can you see that? Pulling yourself, pulling yourself, pulling yourself. Sores because you pulled so hard, so hard. Do you have any wrist issues too?
Yeah, I've been tendonitis my whole life. My arms. I had to drop out of college because I had so much pain. I was like this. By my third year, I couldn't finish. I had a peyote experience of me being chained up in the desert.
You can't make this shit up.
No. And I howled at the moon for like 8 hours. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was left on the floor, and my roommates just kind of like ignored me and thought I was crazy. I was howling at the moon. I was howling. I was in my living room howling at the moon. I think it was peyote. It was some type of psychedelic.
Yeah.
And I remember my heart chakra opening and lightning shooting out. But yeah, I was stuck on my floor. I couldn't get up.
Because you were chained.
So I was chained.
And you've been pulling on your arms to get out of those chains until you died. But I'm figuring you still lasted a couple weeks in the desert. But again, they should have come back quickly, so you knew immediately they weren't coming.
There was someone there with me, though. I knew there was someone there with me.
Another person who was doing the same penance you were doing? I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing you right at the moment.
Well...
Okay, don't tell me anymore.
No, it's fine.
Because what I'm feeling is there was a guide in the afterlife with you. There was a non-physical entity with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see anybody near you.
No.
So we not only have to now get rid of the fact that the God thing and the church thing and the religion thing, but we have to get rid of the trust thing, because you trusted those people to come back. So you got a ton of issues, right? Challenges regarding just this one lifetime. They're all rolled into just this one lifetime. Do you see that? I'm feeling you did not even come back for many other lifetimes after that.
I don't think I wanted to.
You didn't want to, is right. Your soul right now is very young, which would cause a lot of this also anyway, but now you've got that at that one lifetime added. But it's a lot of messages, a lot of challenges on just this one lifetime. You hit the ground a lot too. You know, this banging the ground. Something happened to your head. What are you getting here in your head? Do you get migraines, pain, just the right side?
Yeah, something did happen.
Okay, hang on. It wasn't something else. I feel like you did it to yourself. You hit yourself, like trying to kill yourself with a rock or something. I don't see anybody else in the scene right now. But I have this pressure in my head, and I keep feeling something's hitting me, and I'm asking who is hitting, and I'm only seeing my own hand hit myself. Does that make any sense to you? Yes, no, or maybe?
Maybe.
I'm asking why the hitting. Is it for death, or is it for a penance of some sort? And I'm getting a penance of some sort, like you were trying to rid the demons out of your head. Is that making more sense? Yes, no, or maybe?
Maybe.
My jaw hurts now. Like, can you stop pounding yourself for a second? Just a second. But you didn't stop. You kept doing it. Like, now you're going, yep, I deserve it. Yep, I deserve it. So not only it wasn't enough penance for you to be chained in the ground, but now you're doing your own sort of penance on yourself, right? Like, that wasn't enough?
I guess not.
In the other life, start separating yourself here, okay? This is where that begins. That was you in that life. You have those moments where you want to do it, but then you just say, oh, just like the inner child work, look, that was a past life. Thank you for showing me that so I can heal now. That's where you're going, okay? Yeah. Lots of thank you. I'm just asking and watching the scene. Okay. They left you something. Here's continuing penance. They left you something just out of your reach. Food and water were just out of your reach. Hence the reason you were pulling and tugging. That was part of the penance, to be able to see what you need, but not be able to reach it. Do you understand that? And is that making sense for this lifetime also?
All of this is yes.
That was part of the penance, being able to see it, but not be able to reach it. But then when you realized they weren't coming back for you, then you had to really get it, because now it's a matter of life and death. So do you feel in this lifetime there are many times where you've said to yourself, this is a matter of life and death? Now you can see why you think that. So at the beginning, it was all well and good, because that was your penance. It was supposed to be just outside of your reach, right? You can't reach it. You're chained. You can't reach it. It's right there. It's right there. But then as they didn't come back, and you're like going, fuck, I had to get that in order to survive, that's when all the pulling and tugging happened. There was no way out, honey. There was no way out of that one. You had a guardian angel there that was constantly telling you, yes, this is going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen, meaning you're going to die. And yes, you're going to be okay. Yes, this is going to happen. And yes, you're going to be okay. He just kept repeating it over and over again, because can you imagine the anxiety in your body, right? Watching yourself die. Yes, it's going to happen. And yes, you're going to be all right. Yes, the worst is going to happen. And yes, you're going to be all right. Do you understand that? Not only in that lifetime, but in this lifetime.
How about this lifetime?
Say that again. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, maybe about this lifetime, but definitely yes for that lifetime, right? You can see how that could happen. So in your ear constantly, when you're in this lifetime, is your angel, your guardian angel, who's with you since birth, every lifetime you're in. He's with you constantly saying, yes, this is going to happen, and yes, you are going to be all right. How do you believe that, sitting there like that? Take yourself out of you right now and just go to that person. It's a part of your soul from last lifetime. Can you imagine what that felt like? You keep hearing this in your ear. Yes, it's going to happen, and yes, you're going to be all right. What the heck, can you believe that? I'd be like, I'm going to die, and you're telling me it's going to be all right? It's the same fear. Worst thing that could happen. The worst thing that you can imagine is going to happen, and you're going to be all right. So he's constantly, throwing that phrase at you. Yes, it's going to happen, but because he had to do it for so many days, because you hung in there for so many days. You were determined to survive. And he's telling you, it's going to happen. You're going to die. And it's going to be all right. But your constant fear was, let me try to get at that. I'm going to keep pulling and pulling and pulling until I get at that food. There was no way it was going to happen. And he's trying to get you to settle into the fact that, yes, the worst that you could possibly think is going to happen, and you're going to be all right. I feel that those words are going to be very constant in your life going forward. It's got nothing to do with you dying now. You understand that. but it's the worst thing that you could possibly think of. Because in that lifetime it was death. That's the worst thing you could possibly think of. So anytime you think of something that for you in that moment is like the worst thing that could possibly happen, yes, it's going to happen, but you're going to be all right. So you're going to say the words to yourself, and you're going to have someone else, if you need to, say them to you in those moments. Do you understand? And your guardian angel's doing it all the time, because he was in that lifetime too. Do you understand how huge this is?
This is really big.
It's not just 5 or 6 past lives. It's one past life that you can heal almost every single challenge you have in your lifetime right now. It's huge, and yes, you're going to be all right. I feel that you kept batting away what he was saying to you. Like you're like, no, 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 I can get out of this, I can get out of this. There was complete denial in your body that you were going to die. You just kept saying, no, I'm going to get out of this. I am going to get out of this, which caused all that tugging, all that tugging. And I'm you now, I keep saying to myself, but I'm such a strong man. I am such a strong man. How can I not get these chains to reach that food? I am such a strong man. And that's when you banged the earth. I see you as a man, and I say the word man coming out of my mouth, but there was something feminine here too. I don't know where that's going yet. You're going to have to show me that again. That doesn't make sense to me. There's a small child here. It's a girl. A small girl here behind you in the scene. I, Donna, am not getting if that person was actually there or it's, wow. I don't feel you saw it, whatever it was. I don't feel you saw it. I feel there was a lot of turning away from that small child, that feminine energy. They're not giving me any more than that. I'm seeking, I'm reaching, I'm trying to pull it out of them, and I'm just getting the blank stare from my guide saying, this is your piece to figure out. Meaning when you leave here. Is that making sense to you? Yes, no, or maybe?
Yes.
All right, here's something that's wild too. I'm just confirming it because I can't believe this. You didn't have any legs. You didn't have any legs. Either you couldn't walk, you didn't have the use of your legs, or you had no legs. And that's why you were out there. You believed, they are really taking you there. You believed that your penance for coming into this earth without the use of your legs, that you could heal that by doing this penance. You could heal yourself, and you could also forgive whoever did this to you. It's 100%, I'm sure, that you did not have use of your legs. It has something to do with you thought doing this penance would give you use of your legs again, because you judged and you judged and you judged yourself for not having use of your legs, for being a burden on other people, for having to roll yourself through the streets, literally, right? Because you could not, they didn't have wheelchairs back then. You dragged yourself along. So you believed that God would make it right if you did your penance. And that's why you had yourself chained. You feel where it's coming around, though, because now we're coming right back to you and the judgment you had of yourself, because you could not love yourself as you were. You wanted to change yourself. I want to change. I want to be able to walk. Do you find yourself with a constant dry feeling in your mouth? Can you imagine now why that is?
I've always felt thirsty.
Now you know why. Didn't have anything to drink or eat there for weeks. The first thing that went, that was the first thing that got you. This, you're like, yeah, no problem. I'll keep tugging and tugging, but you were so thirsty. I was feeling it. Just, you were going, like you talked to yourself and you talked to God and you pounded the earth, but towards the end there were no words coming out because it was so dry. No words coming out. This may heal that too. Woohoo, you may heal everything in one past life. I just keep asking, are we out of this life yet? And they're like, no. Breathe, 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 breathe. And it never rained. Even the animals that slithered by you, the snakes and the beetles, they cared nothing about you. They just slithered by you. They looked at you and they didn't even give you a second look. They just kept going. No one was going to save you. No one. No one was coming to save you. Only in that last moment, your last breath, did you give up, give it up. In that last breath, you said, I accept this. But it took all all the way to that last and final breath. I can certainly understand where your challenge is now. It's got to make you happy.
It does.
Okay, now we got to figure out what we have to do with it, okay? First things first, we have to forgive the people that left you and never came back, okay? So when you find yourself in this life not trusting other souls in physical, if you find yourself in this life when someone says, hey Jimmy, I'll be back at you next week, I'll call you right back, and in your heart you're going, no you won't. Does that sound familiar? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the moment where you're going to say to yourself, I forgive you, and you're going to picture the crowd of people that pulled away from you, that left you there, because those are the people you need to forgive first. All right, and you're going to say just peaceful to yourself, I forgive you for not coming back. I understand that it wasn't something that you meant to happen, that you struggled your own and suffered your own death. So now you're getting the understanding, the acknowledgement, and the forgiveness first to them. Any questions about how you can do that?
Not yet, no.
Any questions about what we spoke of so far?
Oh, what was wrong with my legs?
I feel you were paralyzed. That you were born that way. You were born paralyzed. I'm sure back then that was frowned upon, right? But your religion taught you, if you go do penance, you will be forgiven by God and you will get the use of your legs back. Spirit's words. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I definitely, yeah.
Any other questions about the past life before I move forward to figure out how we're changing it now in this life?
No.
Remember, it's an image. It doesn't exist in your body anymore. Start letting that go here and now. The bugs and the snakes that were crawling, they were just out of your reach too. Because if you grabbed one, you could have eaten it. But they were just out of your reach too, taunting you all the time. Like purposely, they did that. And then I hear the guardian angel go, yes, that just happened and it's going to be all right. What's so crazy about it is it's just you sitting there. And so many messages are coming, and you're just sitting there. I can't imagine you left. I said weeks. I can't imagine more than 2 weeks. But the amount of shit that happened, that went down in those 2 weeks, in your head and around you, is going to heal this whole lifetime for you. Nice job. Nice job. Because you're like, fuck, you mean it was all because of that lifetime? You're like, yes. But because you did not learn it in that lifetime, because you died, remember, in that last breath you said, I accept it? You came back into this lifetime because it's your next one. That one was your last one. This is your next one. There weren't any in-betweens. You got those messages plus other messages tacked on, lessons that you needed to learn. That's why we're here on the planet Earth. So everyone that needs to learn something comes here. This is why we are here. Then there are other things that are just outside of your reach. Oh, I see that. Beautiful, beautiful. That I could have that. Whether it's a feeling or a thought or a new suit or a new guitar, whatever. I feel it, I really want that. But it's just outside of my reach. I just need $100 more. I just need maybe one more day of rain to make that flower grow. I just need to love myself more in order for that person to love me. You feel like it's just outside of your reach. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. That's got to do with the food and the water and the bugs and the beetles that were just outside of your reach. So when you find yourself in those situations, you say to yourself, I understand now and I get that I'm not chained anymore. I'm not chained anymore in this life. I realize that was a past life, and in this time, I can get up and I can walk toward that. I can go in the house and get some water and water my garden. I can love myself so that person can love me. If I need an extra $100, I'm just going to go borrow it from a friend or go work an extra something somewhere else so I can get that $100. Makes sense? There are solutions to every issue in this lifetime. However, if we get stuck in the crap from the past lifetime, we sit in judgment of ourselves, we sit in judgment of others, we sit in judgment of what we think God can do for us, what higher self source can do for us. You are going to feel so much lighter today. Do you understand that situation?
I do.
Just outside my reach. Like, I'm never going to get there. It's just outside my reach. I can never be a teacher. Do you want to do something in the way of teaching? Is that coming out in you?
I was a teacher for a while. I taught guitar lessons for
I see children teaching children. Were you teaching young
children.
Yeah, I'm seeing that coming back around to you, hon.
Yeah.
Definitely coming back around. Definitely coming back around. When you realize it's no longer just beyond your reach, it's in your reach. That's going to be a great phrase for you too. It is within my reach. When you hear in your mind say, no way, you can't do that. It is